you're over 40 and think you are too young to start worrying about neurological decline, I have some scary news for you. Over the past decade and accelerating the last few years, the rates of Alzheimer's have tripled in those under 65. A mind-boggling 373% increase in those 20 to 44. And I have one more startling statistic for you. 58.7% of men and women between the ages of 45 and 64 experience cognitive struggles. But here's the good news. You can regenerate your brain, but first, it might be helpful to learn what's going wrong. The first thing is obviously inflammation. Inflammation damages the mitochondria, your proteins, your lipids. Remember, your brain is 70% fat. So when someone calls you a fathead, it's actually a compliment. But anyway, those inflammatory free radicals damage all of that. The main victim of those inflammatory attacks are your mitochondria. Your brain has hundreds of thousands of mitochondria. The closest competitor to that, other than the ovary in women, is your heart, which has tens of thousands of mitochondria. They get damaged, and once they're damaged to a certain point, they self-destruct. And now your brain cells are trying to operate with half the mitochondria that they need. So the first thing is to, number one, reduce that inflammation. How do you do that? You reduce oxidative stress. Number two, you need to activate mitochondrial production. We can talk about that. But those two things right there are going to protect your brain. So the first thing is to reduce oxidative stress and thereby inflammation. The second is to up your mitochondrial production and the health of your existing mitochondria. And the third is to increase those healthy omegas that your brain is made of. Our diet is so oversaturated with omega-6s in everything from seed oils to crackers and cookies, and anything that's processed has omega-6s. So we need omega-3s. The problem is most are rancid, most are actually inflammatory, which is why I stopped taking omegas years ago, but started again once I found that there is a source of clean, pure, unoxidized omegas. So those three things will really protect your brain. The other thing you can do is have a daily dose of something called nootropics. Those are natural activators of your brain's processing ability. These are things like L-theanine and bacopa. You can do them in a supplement form or in a drink, and these things help your brain be sharp and actually increase memory, processing speed, etc. If you'd like to know the things that I do to reduce oxidative stress, increase mitochondrial number and function, and activate cognitive powers, as well as replace those vitally important omega-3s, just click the links in my bio or send me a DM. I'm happy to share with you what I'm doing.